Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander. And today we have another episode in our Spoiler Spotlight series in which I talk about, well, spoilers and tell you what my thoughts are on them. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about Truth or Consequences. For 2 colorless, 1 blue and 1 red, it's a sorcery with Secret Council. Each player secretly votes for truth or consequences, then those votes are revealed. You draw cards equal to the number of truth votes, then choose an opponent at random. Truth or consequences deals 3 damage to that player for each consequences vote. So this is another interesting card where it's going to give an opponent's part of the choice of the effect. It reminds me a little bit of the villainous choice cards, except this is more of a classic style in which people are voting. However, it's a really cool effect and it is pretty well balanced. It's not the strongest, most broken card ever, but it's going to be solid in the decks that want this kind of effect. For me, I think it's something that I'm going to put in a lot of different fun decks because that is kind of what it screams to me. Fun and interesting gameplay. So let's see what can happen with this card. Usually people are probably going to vote for the 3 damage most of the time because giving you a card is just not great. If 3 players vote for card draw, then you're drawing 3 cards and dealing 3 damage at random to someone. That's not that great, but where this gets really interesting is if somebody is pretty low on life. The fact that the damage is dealt to a random opponent and you don't get to choose means that it becomes quite a loaded gun if someone is quite low on life. Now, by quite low on life, I mean like they're under 10 life, for example. That's when this card is at its most exciting because you can all conspire and hope that the randomness just kills one player out of the game. That's going to make for some very interesting game moments. Obviously, most of the time it's not going to kill that player. It might hit someone else or someone might not be that low anyway in the first place. But I think that there are times where this is going to be a legitimate concern and it should be pretty interesting. And even if that's not the case, imagine that all the players vote for damage and you're the only one who votes for drawing a card. You're still dealing 9 damage to someone. That's almost a fourth of their starting life total. So it can deal a ton of damage in that kind of situation. I think what's more likely most of the time is you're probably going to draw about 2 cards and deal 6 damage with this. At that point, this isn't the best card in the world, but it's not bad either. So this is much better if you have ways to vote more times because it counts each vote for the effect. The other thing that's very good with it is being able to double or triple damage. So if you're playing something like Fiery Emancipation, then this suddenly can go from dealing 9 damage to dealing something like 27, and it's much more likely than if you have that kind of effect out that people are going to vote to give you card draw. And if you draw 4 cards off of this, then that is really solid. Drawing 4 cards for 4 mana is a pretty good rate. So it's an interesting and very well balanced card. I think they could have pushed it a little bit more, to be honest. It could have been 3 mana and still probably been okay. Maybe they should have tweaked the damage a little bit if that was the case. But I think it's a very fun card that certainly I'm going to be putting in a few decks, including Kanaya Santiro, because it's just going to get everybody involved in the game and allow for some pretty exciting moments. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care. Woo!